Praises to the Most High Yah, part 2 of Yah's vengeance for the children of Israel. Okay, so I was reading 1 Samuel chapter 23, and let's start off at verse 6. When Abiathar, the son of Amalek, fled to David and Keilah, he came down with an ephod in his hand. Now, when Saul was informed that David had come to Keilah, Saul said, "The Most High has handed him over to me, for he shut himself in by the inner city, entering a city that has double gates and bars." So Saul summoned all the people's soldiers for war to go to Keilah to besiege David and his men. Now, who was supposed to, as we found out in Joshua chapter 81, the Most High said there will be vengeance among the Amalekites forever, and we should never forget this. We should never forget them, and anybody that sympathizes with them, if anybody sympathizes with them, the Most High said they get to take out. Who took sides with the Amalekites? Who took sides and didn't finish them like the Most High Yah said? Saul did. So Yah put Saul down because he didn't follow the Most High's wishes. Why did the Most High go after them? Most High went after the Amalekites because of what they did to the children of Israel in the wilderness. Now let's go to chapter 30. 1 Samuel chapter 30. The Most High predicted that it was going to be one of our people, a sympathizer for those people. And the Most High was like, no, remember what they did to you? They struck you behind their back. They were backstabbers, and they stabbed you in the back. And those Amalekites are the children of Edom. They're Edomites. And then it says David victory over the Amalekites. And now it happened when David and his men came home to Ziklag on the third day and found that the Amalekites had made a raid on the south country and on Ziklag, and had overthrown Ziklag and burned it with fire. And they had taken captive the women and all who were there before, but small and great. They killed no one, but carried them off to be used as slaves and went on their way. When David and his men came to the town, it was burned, and their wives and their sons and their daughters had been taken captive. Then David and the people who were with him raised up their voices and wept until they were exhausted to weep any longer. Now David's 2 wives had been captured, and for David was greatly distressed because the people spoke to stone him for all the embittered, each man for his sons and daughters. But David felt strengthened and encouraged by the Most High. David said to Abiathar, the priest, the Amalek's son, "Please bring me a ephod." See, David was a priest. David wasn't just a king. David was also a priest. David was also an Ephraimite. And the Ephraimites are also mixed in with the who? Levites. So Ephraim and Levites are is the same tribe. But David came from the tribe of Judah, tribe of Ephraim. So basically David was a Levite, David was an Ephraimite, and David was the tribe of Judah. But if you look it up, you'll find out that David died. Jesse came from the tribe of Ephraim, which is Joseph. This is why Joseph said he was going to be king, because David became king. Okay, so please bring me my ephod. So that Abiathar brought it to ephod, and David inquired of the Most High, saying, "Shall I pursue the band of raiders? Will I overtake them?" And he answered, "Pursue, for you will certainly overtake them, and you will certainly rescue the captives." So David went and had 600 men who were with him, and came to the brook of Besor. So if you ain't got no ephod, if the Most High Yah ain't poured his spirit into you, you don't know what you're doing. If you're not the child, if you're not an Ephraimite, if you're not a Levite, and you're not a Levite and an Ephraimite, which is the same tribe, you don't know what you're doing. And then it says here, so David went, and he the 600 men and came to the brook of Bishor, and those who could not continue remained behind. But David pursued and the Amalekites, and he 100 men and 200 who were too exhausted to cross the brook stayed behind. And they found an Egyptian who had collapsed in the field and brought him to David and gave him bread and ate, and he drank. And they gave him a piece of fig cake and 2 clusters of raisins. When he had eaten, his energy returned, and he had not eaten bread and had any water to drink for 3 days and 3 nights. And him, to whom do you belong? Where are you from? And he said, I am a young man from Egypt, and I am a servant of the Amalekites, and my master abandoned me as useless when I fell sick 3 days ago. We made a raid, and then basically let's jump down here. And David captured all his flocks, his herd, all the people, and he went to them. He got his 2 wives back, and David got the spoil. Now, if Saul had did what he was supposed to do, none of that would have happened. But the Most High Yah said over here, I may have to make it part 3. Most High Yah said over here in Jasher, that there would be a king. That there would be a king. Chapter 81. That there would be a king. He says, therefore it will be when the Most High Yah have given you rest from all the surrounding of the enemies of the land. God gives you an inheritance, a possession, and that you will blot out the remembrance of the Amalek. You will not forget. And the king who will have pity on the Amalek and on his memory and on his seed. He said, and blot out the king who has pity on him. Who had pity on him? Saul did. Saul did. Now this happened in Jasher. The Most High said this is going to happen in Jasher. Right here. And it did happen over in Samuel. In the book of Samuel. And the book of Kings. He did not listen. And we're bad about that. We're bad about not listening. We're hard-headed, stiff-necked. Okay. So now let's have a fun fact here, because I did some research, y'all. I was up last night doing some research, and the Most High gave me this little teaching. I got other stuff for the Shabbat. But guess how long from the children being in the wilderness to David attacking, the Amalekites? 400 years. So after 400 years, the Most High got the Amalekites for what they did to the children in the wilderness. So remember, the Most High said, I am vengeance, and if anybody touch my anointed, touch my children, touch my set apart people, I'm coming for you. He came 400 years later. There was no David. There was no Saul when this happened. And the people that was there that did it did not have anything to do with it. But he still got them. So those of you who are saying, it wasn't me, I had nothing to do with that. If you took a blind eye, if you turned your head away, and you helped them take crafty measures against the children of Israel to take away their name and their identity and everything about them, the Most High said, I'm coming for you. Go read Jeremiah. Go read Ezekiel. Go read Zephaniah. Go read Malachi. Go read Nahum. Go read Amos. They're all about Yah getting revenge. Another fun fact. The Most High says that, you know what? I'll put this on the next video. All praises to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Woo!